Fuck you, AmeriVape. So alright guys, this is going to be a review for a highly anticipated mechanical mod here. I do have the copper one, and first off I just want to give some shout outs to the people that did run this group buy and got this all set up for a lot of people. I think they sold 400 mods on through the group buy, and they had the black ones and they had the copper ones. Alright, so I just want to give shout outs to these people. I will name the people that were involved in making this mod, the box, the labeling, the stickers, everything that was contributed from people to get this mod up and running on a group buy. So alright guys, I got all the names right here, and I got what they did, what was their part was in making this group buy and making this mod. So basically we want to give a shout out to Thomas Gast. He made the box design for this mod, and then you got 1-to-1 Vapocalypse and Twisted 420. You got that right, Twisted 420, designed engravings. Okay, now Kevin Klein digitized the engravings, and Graham Vickers had made all the stickers for the inside of the boxes, and he also ran the group buy also in the group that's 1-to-1 group buys. So alright guys, I will put a link in the description so you can check out that group buy that Graham Vickers is in. It's not the group buy for this, but the group on Facebook that Graham Vickers is in. You can check that group out, maybe get yourself involved in some of the group buys. You save a little money, you get neat little mods like this. And so anyway, the mod I'm talking about is the Fuck You AmeriVape, the Fu-hattan mod. The clone is the 1-to-1 clone that has the FU engraved in the mods. Alright, so here we go. Here's the FU copper mod right here. As you can see right here, it does have the FU logo right there instead of the AV. And then on the bottom switch you do have where it says AmeriClone 1-to-1. Now I do have number 67. Now this is the number 67 clone. So alright guys, with further ado, let's dive on down here and take a look at this bad boy. So alright guys, here is the box that it did come in. It come with the FU design up here, and it says AmeriClone Technologies, and it's got the dude flipping them off. The Fu-hattan competition clone. That's what this is called, the Fu-hattan competition clone. So then over here on the side, you got the says shiny metal tube, the Fu-hattan compatible with 18650 batteries. It says not a pipe bomb, and then it says made in China. So then we come over here, it says warning, use at your own risk, not 1-to-1 clone, aka not a pipe bomb. So then it says we'll be back until then right there, and then it says we stand up for clones. So that's a pretty neat little box right there. Now this is going to be a nice little safekeeping little box to go along with the Fuck You AmeriVape mod there. So it does have magnet strips here, so you can open it up, and then if you can see inside there, it also does say Fuck You Copper 067, so you got your serial number. And then this also does come with 2 pins. And then we'll open this here up. There's some more labeling inside there. And there you go. Now you got the Fuck AV and Fuck VT and number competition clone. Alright, so it's got plenty of labels on there for the Fuck You AmeriVape clone. So I guess you really, maybe you just say the mod's a clone, but the FU, that's fucking made by, that's legit, authentic FU. That's an authentic FU on this mod here. So basically, here's the mod, and as you see up close, it does say FU for fuck you, and then it does have the AmeriClone 1-to-1, and then it has the number 67 right there. Alright, so if you want to see what the magnets are on these, let's take this old screwdriver right here. These babies are fucking strong. Just boop. Look at that. Raises the screwdriver right up. Alright, let's see what it does with two screwdrivers here. Look at that. Two screwdrivers. Gonna lift 2 screwdrivers off the table. So them motherfucking magnets are strong. Strong. So, okay, I do got the Plumeville RDA on this, and as you can tell, it does come with 2 sets of pins, but I do have 1 set of pin in there, and you can get it where your RDA sits flush on the mod, and you can get all your connections nice and tight. Everything can be nice and tight, or you can have a little gap. I chose to have just a little gap on the RDA, but that was my personal preference. But I could put the second contact in, and the tugboat would sit all the way flush. Everything would be completely flush. So that's nice that you get 2 contact pins. So if your person does not like the gaps in there, you just put your other contact pin in there, tighten it all down. You can get it however you want it. So that is a positive on this. You can actually put that in and have everything sit flush. So alright guys, let's go ahead and break this baby on down here. We'll take the old tugboat off. Take the top nice and smooth buttery threads. No squeaking, no nothing. This is an absolute nice mod here. And you can see the milling right there, all around there. So let's go ahead and take the battery out. I do have a LG 35 amp battery in there, or 30 amp battery. And then let's go ahead and take the bottom off here. And there you go. That is 1 thick tube right there. Nice thick tube. Look at that. Nice clean threads. Now this is the way it came to me. I didn't even have to clean this. This is nice. Made real nice. Heavy duty. So there you go. You only have 3 pieces to this mod. So great conductivity. So okay, here's the bottom switch. Now you do have nice magnets. Now this switch, look at that nice throw switch. And you don't have to throw it too far right there. Now you're connecting it. So it's not like a real long, but you can if you want. Nice, easy throw. And then it's strong enough to keep it from going anywhere. Those magnets are so strong. Let's go ahead and take the pin here off. Now it is copper contacts. And as you can tell, there's the magnets. You got the bottom where you got the venting in the bottom. And then you got your magnet, other magnet, which is held in by a snap ring. So you gotta have, you get in there with the snap ring pliers, pull that out if you need to, if you want to clean it up and everything. And you can see the venting right there. So then you can actually take this magnet here out. Look at the thickness of that magnet. That is thick magnet. Nothing else in here. Just put that right on there. Got it in backwards, got it in wrong. Let's flip it back around. Get that back in there. Now look at that, strong magnets. So then we'll go ahead and put the pin, that, like, once again, that is copper, all copper contacts with some heavy duty magnets. Alright, nice, easy, man. That's easy throw. So here we go. Here's with the top. Now you can see the top of the Fu-hattan right there. Nice little well right there. No areas for airflow, so you will have to use RDAs on this if you do have one. And then the Delrin, it's got this little plastic insulator, and you can actually take these and replace it. If you can tell, this one copper contact is longer than the other, so that's how you're going to get rid of your gap in your RDA. Alright, so as you change different RDAs, some's going to have longer pins, some longer 510 connections, some going to have smaller 510 connections. You can actually change that. I actually like to run this. I basically just put the RDA on here. I thread this down here to about right there, and then I thread this up. Because I do like to have a little gap on mine, but that's my personal preference. Keeps the mod cooler. You should really have a gap. They made it like that so you can have a little gap to keep the mod cooler. So then we just throw that right in there, throw that on. No battery rattle whatsoever. It's all ready to go. Hits like a champ. As you can tell, it does have just that little slight, but that's the way I want it. That's my choice. You can get rid of that if you do not like the little gap, but I like the little gap. So, alright guys, let's put this back in the box so we don't lose it, and let's bring this back up the top, vape on a little bit more, and talk a little bit more. Alright guys, I did a voltage drop test on this Fu-hattan, alright, this mod, and basically I do all my voltage tests with a tube meter, and I do use a 1 ohm Fogger V4 tank that I got set up just strictly for doing voltage drop tests. Now this mod is coming in at a 0.09 voltage drop, and that's with the tube meter. You can take that however you want, but that's the way I do my voltage drop test. A tube meter and a 1 ohm tank, 1 ohm coil in a Fogger V4 tank, and this did come in for me at a 0.09. So this is a heavy hitting mod. And as I've been using this mod has not gotten hot. Like I say, I do keep the RDA probably like a 1/16, I mean a minute away from the mod, and this mod has not gotten hot one time up here. Never gotten hot. This is an excellent mod. Nice conductivity, a thick copper mod, nice heavy duty magnets. You've seen how heavy duty the magnets are. It's kind of a little bit of a heavier mod. I really enjoy this mod. So this is the first of its kind of the Fu-hattans. Now I'm sure they will have clones now. They will make a few more, so sooner or later you will be able to get one that says Fu on there instead of the AV for Amerivape. But once again, this was the first edition, and it was only on a group buy with Graham Vickers, and also with Twisted 420 also had part on this. And then let's go ahead and do it again. That you got. Let's go ahead and give a shout out for the other ones once again, because this was a good group buy. So you got Thomas Gast made the box design, 1-to-1 Vapocalypse, and Twisted 420 designed the engravings. Kevin Klein digitalized the engravings, and Graham Vickers printed and made the stickers for inside the boxes. And Graham Vickers also ran this group buy in 1-to-1 vape group buys and legits. I think that's what it was. Let's make sure we get the right. Okay, so it's 1-to-1 group buys and vape trading. That is the Facebook group where you can get Graham Vickers and get on there and check out some of the group buys that he is running. Okay, and also don't forget about the one with Terry Beer is in, which is also, I'm also an admin in that group, and that group is Vape Collective Group Buys, Clones, and Legits. Now that group I am in, and that's with Terry Beer, and I have done the Mephisto RDA and stuff like that I got from his group buys. So alright guys, that is the Fuck You Amerivape Fu-hattan mod, and once again I did get that on a group buy, so check Graham Vickers out. And once again, shout outs to all them guys, Twisted 420, Graham Vickers, and stuff like that. So alright guys, till next time.